Hello, I'm going to share with you my seeds starting and yeah. So we're going to start in the house today. These are all the seeds that I have planted thus far. Here is the grass family that I planted, the Poaceae, and I chose, this is corn. It's an ornamental corn and it's a starchy corn used for grinding into meal. And I believe it's actually a native Navajo corn, and it's not sweet. So I planted a few of those. I've actually used, of the Fabaceae family, I've actually used two beans that I just, use to eat usually. And then I also have this other bush green bean that I also planted. The Solanaceae family that I am partaking in right now currently is the sweet bean pepper or sweet banana pepper, which I have in some starts over here. I believe I'm really bad at labeling my things, but I think those may either be kale sprouts or those may be some of my poppy or other plants. You can see there's a hidden bean trying to sprout there. Here I have the carrot family, the Apiaceae family have carrots, obviously, and then I also have out in the garden some cilantro. Here is some flowers that I've gotten, and I had to do some research on what these were, but I did take a guess, and they are part of the sunflower, the no, the Asteraceae family, and I did guess, but you can obviously tell of these pictures that they have two flower types, which is the disc flower in the center, and then the ray flowers that come around. Here is the beet family. I'm planting some red beets, and then which is the Amaranthaceae family. And then here in the Brassicaceae family, I have some kale. It's two types of radishes, these fingerling French radishes, and some red bulb radish, and then also some arugula. So for the Solanaceae, oh no, for the Cucurbitaceae family, I'm trying to experiment with some winter squash and some melons. So let's go outside to see what these things are. The only family I believe that I do not have in the garden is the onion family, sadly, but I think I may pick some sproutlings up if I can soon enough. Anyway, here is the first garden. You can see there's actually a line of carrots. These was a pretty successful germination and seeding of those. Here I have some arugula transplants that I transplanted, started elsewhere and transplanted in here. And then here's some beets along those lines. And you can see, as I learned in the video, the beet fruits actually contain multiple seeds, and that's why some of them are coming up so close together. Over here also is another pretty successful planting and germination of some carrots. And then tucked in and around places, I have been planting some beans. So here's one. By the color of it, it looks like this may be a black-eyed pea bean that I planted. Over here in this circular section, that sprout right there is one of the Mexican flower sprouts. And then in a circular around it, I planted a few of those thyme seeds and basil seeds, which I actually didn't go over, and those are part of the mint family. Over here, I have some successful lettuces coming up, some delicious lettuces, which are, I believe, a part of the cabbage family, the Brassicaceae family as well. But those seeds I've ran out of. I used all of them, and so what I have in here is what I have. I think these are some of the radishes that are doing pretty well, fast growing, and they're growing really close together, so I'm hoping they'll kind of, work themselves out. I also have some more carrots planted through here, and then of course I have a volunteer sunflower plant. This one is actually doing the best so far. I also have some beets planted in here, some more lettuce, but I also have here's my successful cilantro. I have cilantro in other places too, speckled around, but those are the ones doing the best. Over here I have some of the French radishes, and you can see some of the tops here of the of the radishes, which are kind of peeking through. So those are coming along efficiently and quickly. Here I have an unknown because I'm bad at remembering and labeling, but I think these may be some either lentil sprouts or some other type of bean. Let's see. Oh, up here I also have been trying. Here's some more cilantro. This is another bean. This is one of those green bush beans that I planted. And in here, I've also planted a few of the mint family, basil and more thyme. This is where I keep some of my starts that I've started outside. And let's go over to the corn. Here is a row of corn. I wanted to do some of the Three Sisters. So here you can see the corn sprouts. And then over here, underneath it, you can kind of see these are some bean sprouts. But I also planted the Curbicucaceae family, some of those melons and stuff, but obviously it's too cold, so the corn and the beans are all that came up. Over here is one of the ones that I actually did aerate after I got a shovel. And so there should be roughly 4 lines of beets and radishes, and then in the other lines, in between them, I did kale and basil seeds. And I think there's also some radishes and stuff in here. So these I planted obviously much more recently, so they're still kind of coming up. But you can see some coming up. I think these are kale sprouts, so I'm excited. And I really hope some more of my beets come up, because I love beets. Here is my only Rosaceae family, and this is a rose bush that was here prior. And I'm just trying to take care of it. I don't know how to take care of it very well. Anyway, here is the other section that I completed since the soil class, and this one I actually mulched really well. So in a line on the west side, I planted kale, and along the east side, I planted arugula, and in the corners, I planted some poppy flowers and some Mexican sunflowers. So here you can see I planted pretty densely the kale over on this side, and then you can see, if you can see, the arugula is pretty densely planted and coming up on that side. So once they get a little bigger, I'll thin them out a little bit so that they can establish their own homes. And in the corners, I haven't seen anything come up as of yet, so just kind of keep hoping. Oh look, there's a sproutling. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks pretty weak at the moment, but it's coming up. So yeah. Anyway, that was a try to be fast. Sorry if it's too long, but that is an update on my planting thus far. All right, thanks.